Hey there, folks, come gather round. It's time for the Frank and Joe Show. Frank's the sage with silver in his hair, sometimes grumpy as a bear. Joe's the guy who's quick to crack a joke. He'll roast you till the laughter's woke. One's got the wisdom, one's a jackass. So grab a seat and settle in. The roasting is just about to begin. Pull up a chair, grab a root beer float. It's a Frank and Joe Show. They'll make you laugh, they'll make you cheer. The best good fun you'll hear all year. Frank tells tales of 1852, while Joe spins jokes both old and new. One's got the past, one's got the gleam. Together they're a golden team. So grab a seat and settle in. The fun is just about to begin. It's time for the Frank and Joe Show.
Good afternoon, folks. It's the Frank and Joe Show. It's Joe Lanou, your friend, and Frank, our favorite Vietnam veteran from the Air Force. Frank, what about those pipes? You didn't know I could sing like that, did you?
Yeah, that's great, Joe. You're really impressive.
A Croner from back in the day is where that song came from. We have our companion space going, the Frank and Joe Show, episode 2. Our host in the show is Corey. Let's hear from Corey and some of the folks that are in there. Corey, you with us this afternoon?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm here in live action.
Who else do we have in there?
Well, we have Doc J as the co-host. We have Just Me, Jessica, you like to say. Who that? Then we have Rangemine, and then we have Rob Warnock. And then we have Jack. Then we have Jamie and Cody. So we got the people piling in right now into the space to listen to the show.
Folks are loading up. Well, let's get to it, guys. You in the space. I'm going to mute. You'll be able to hear us, but I'm going to mute you guys so you guys can talk if you need to. And I'm going to come back here to Frank.
Yeah.
Now, Frank, we talked about In a Space was brought up, the Franklin memes that are going around with Franklin the Turtle.
Yeah.
And we talked about this. Franklin is let's see how it originated here. There's some posts on X that talk about it.
Uh-huh.
Franklin is the turtle created by Canadians Paula Bourgeot and writer Brenda Clark, an illustrator, in the 1980s. The books were written to teach children about self-respect, friendship, courage, honesty, empathy, and overcoming fears. A real granola type of kids book is what it is. But we had our Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, posted a meme back in late November. Here's the meme. Now, this looks like if you bought a Franklin book, this looks like the cover of a book, and this turtle, whose name is Franklin, here he is. And Pete Hegseth, for your Christmas wish list, if you want to buy your children reading books, Franklin targets narco-terrorist.
Yeah.
He's shooting an RPG out of a Huey.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a good one.
That's unfair to Canadians.
Yeah.
We've taken their beloved childhood turtle and we've made him hardcore American.
Yeah.
But that's not, look, that's where it began. That's not where it ended. Here's some more examples of it. Here's one. Franklin learns how to drive a truck in English. Franklin calls ICE on the people who don't belong.
Yeah, he's pretty popular, isn't he?
He's pretty popular. These books, I think you'll find them under Christmas trees all over America. Here's another one for our Canadian friend. Franklin loses his private property rights. A Canadian story.
Yeah, no shit.
And this one even has the little Scholastic in Scholastic Canada marks on it, like you would see in a real book.
That's funny.
Well, a couple more actually. When you go on to X, if you'll do a search for Franklin, you'll pull all these up. Most of the folks that I'm associated with on X have been showing them to me, but there are a lot of them out there.
Yeah. They're great.
How about this one?
Yeah.
Franklin drives by Tim Walt's house and yells "retard."
Retard. Yeah, he's complaining about that fucking crybaby.
I bet he's complaining about it. Here's another one. Here's maybe my favorite one. Franklin destroys Iran's nuclear capabilities.
Yeah, there you go, baby. Yeah, blow that fucker up.
Well, as we know, our Canadian friends aren't taking this lying down. They're posting back, and they're hitting at our heartstrings, right? Making you feel bad when you do something that's maybe childish or make an off-color joke. That's what our Canadian friends are doing to us. Yeah, Carly Diane says, I hope they're going to sue the ass off at Pete Hegseth for using their owned material owned as in I own it material in a public forum for the management of his own personal crisis. She's not a fan of the Franklin memes.
Yeah, I see her flag, Canadian flag. Get over it, bitch.
Yeah, she's got an oak leaf in her profile for sure. Yeah. She's Canadian. They're a little more tender-hearted. They're more refined. They're more like Europeans than us. We're the ugly, rough cousins. They'd like to think. I say we're not related at all, but they'd like to think we are.
No, we're not.
They'd like to chime in on our business. So here's another one chiming in. My grandma grew up with Franklin. My special ed student loves to hear me read Franklin. Hegseth has misused a beloved character for his own twisted and perverse goals. It's sickening. She's sick. She's sick with it all.
Yeah.
That Frank, she got an American flag and a peace symbol. Yeah. And maybe a shot there. I guess she's all about a COVID shot, maybe. What do you think that means?
Left-wing nut job.
Yeah. And then the emoji with a mask on it.
Yeah, oh God, those people drive you fucking crazy.
She's keeping you safe, though, keeping you safe and your morality in check. Don't make fun of this beloved little turtle. One more. Marine something whiskey. We lived overseas when our kids were little, and my 3-year-old son had one Franklin book. We read over and over and over and over again, the one with the nightlight. So they're not real happy with the Franklin memes, but what do you think about it all, Frank? I mean,
I don't give a shit what they're happy with, one way or the other. If you can't take a little joke, there's something wrong with you. Get over it. Get over it, Canadas, Canadians.
So you're saying if you don't have a sense of humor, you know, you don't give a damn?
Yeah, I don't give a damn about them people.
So Frank, you have a grandchild. Or will you be buying any Franklin Saves the Worlds, Joins ICE, Deports Those That Don't Belong books under the tree?
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, they got one out there. I'll get it. I'll buy it.
You want to check into the space and see what they think about the Franklin topic?
Yeah, let's see what they got to say.
Let's hear in there. All right, guys, you're live in this space. Folks, anybody listening that's on X and wants to join the companion space, seek out our friend Corey Brooks. He is alive. The title of the space is The Frank and Joe Show, Episode 2. So jump in and join the conversation. Anybody in there have anything to say about who in the space is upset that they've used this beloved character for humor? Anyone?
I don't see any hands up. I don't think there's anyone that's upset. I find it very comical.
I'm deeply offended. I can't. I can't do that with a straight face.
Doc J, you're offended?
No, I'm laughing too hard to be offended.
Let me throw up another one. If this doesn't offend you, nothing will. Franklin destroys Iran's nuclear capabilities. Isn't that horrible? How about Franklin loses his private property? A Canadian story. Is that not the best one? No?
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Newsom one.
You know what? I wasn't able to get that. There were so many out there. I had to kind of just pick around to figure out which ones that we were going to put up.
It was Franklin sees a vagina, and speaking of which, we've got Just Me's hand up.
Go ahead, Just Me.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Frank. How you guys doing today? I wanted to see what Mr. Frank thought of Franklin Says Quiet Piggy to Olivia Giuliani.
Say that again.
Franklin says quiet piggy to Olivia Giuliani.
Who's
You know,
Olivia Giuliani?
yeah.
Olivia Giuliani is the fat chick from the Democratic Party that said she's going to bring all the men back to the Democratic Party.
Well,
I'm pretty sure she is a pork chop away from a heart attack or diabetes.
Yeah, I haven't seen this book cover.
yeah, I haven't either. No, I haven't seen that one. Yeah, I've never heard. Well, I know the name Giuliani. Is she related to the ex mayor?
No,
No,
it's
her name-
Giuliani with a J.
Oh,
And it's also actually it's Juliana with an
Oh.
A at the end.
oh. Okay. No, I never heard of her,
I
but
haven't seen though. It's not an example we have here, but
I wish we had a picture of her.
why? Why, Frank? Why do you want a picture?
Oh, I don't know, because somebody said she was a big tub of shit. So I mean, we could have some fun with that, you know.
You're
You
going
know,
to need 2 pictures to fit her in.
yeah.
We do have
Yeah.
widescreen ability.
See how
on the
many-
landscape.
See how many Big Macs she's been eating. You know.
Hey, Joe, we got another hand up. Rob got his hand up.
Go ahead, Rob.
When I first saw Pete Hegseth's post, I was thinking, shouldn't Franklin be a raccoon? And has somebody been watching too many HLC videos?
You guys are making references that I don't think Frank and I are getting. What's
Yeah.
this a reference to?
Okay, HLC is habitual line crosser. He's an Army air defender that just retired, and he does videos about planes. And one of the planes, the F-22 Raptor, has a pet raccoon. That the backstory on it is he was a CIA plant to keep an eye on the F-22 Raptor. So there's a lot of inside jokes there, yes, but his name is Franklin.
Bro, I
Oh.
think that's way inside jokes. So in five. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that one. Maybe we live a sheltered life, Joe. We're not getting around enough.
Man, I guess so. We don't even know.
Mm,
We don't even.
oh, well, what are you gonna do?
Well, give me just a second here. I'm getting up to our next segment. It's going to be on Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett, Congresswoman out of Texas, who her district has evaporated. She announced that she's going to run for Senate. Yesterday, she announced that she's going to make a run for a Texas Senate seat out of Texas. Frank, now you're a fan of Jasmine Crockett. I hear you speak of her often. What do you think about that? This is a good move?
She's a moron. I don't know how she would even draw flies in running for Senate in Texas. I mean, I just can't see that happening. I can't see that happening.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to. I just don't think she's going to make a strong showing, to be quite honest with you. Give me a second and we'll pull up her. I'm discombobulated here. Give me a moment and I will pull up her run.
Discombobulated. My mother-in-law used to use that word, and she was heavily into dementia.
She didn't use it to refer to you often?
No, not to me, just to herself. She was completely discombobulated with dementia. She was a dementia. She had dementia, something terrible.
Well, I mean, I guess we all could have that, Frank.
I hope not.
I think you're being harsh. But let's take a look at.
Yeah.
This is the video that Miss Crockett released yesterday.
All right.
Do you guys have audio on that?
I can't hear it.
Yep. Give me a second. I've got an issue.
All right.
Of course, I've got an issue. Give me a second.
All right. Give me a second. I'm having my second cup of coffee.
Did you just get up?
No, I've been up a little while.
All right, here we go. Let's try it again. Let me know real quick if you hear audio, Frank.
All right.
Yeah, you should have it.
No, I don't have nothing. I see her blinking her eye, but I'm not hearing anything. She hadn't opened her mouth yet anyway.
You can't hear any audio on that?
Mm-mm. Nothing.
Folks in the space, can you guys hear it? No audio there either? Okay.
Nope, none.
We got you.
Well, what the heck could this be?
Yeah, Joe, I can hear clearly.
Yeah, but we're talking about Jasmine Crockett's video sound.
Yeah, they're talking about the video, the audio that goes with it.
I heard it.
All right, Frank, carry a conversation for just a minute here. Let me see if I can get this sorted out.
All right. Just me. How you doing?
Hey, Mr. Frank, I'm doing well. We
Good.
got actually cold weather in Florida, if you can believe it. Had to turn on my heat and everything.
Holy shit. What's the tech?
What is cold weather?
I was just going to ask her that. Yeah. What's cold weather in Florida? 50?
Last night it was 30 degrees. Today the high will be 60.
Oh, well, shit, that's nothing. Today it'll be 60. That you're good. That's good. Yeah, I'd like to be in Florida, to tell you the truth.
Mr. Frank, I've told you several times, I have 2 guest suites.
Oh, yeah, do you? Well, I'm going to keep that in mind. Holy crap.
Yes,
Mm-mm.
sir.
Yeah. I don't know what he's been having trouble with getting videos to work. He had some that he had in mind to put
Right.
on to it today.
Try it again.
All right.
Here we go.
Try it again.
It's I'm running for Senate announcement video.
All right.
How about this new one they have? Their new star, Crockett. How about her? She's the new star of
Everybody's got audio on that now, right? All right.
Yep.
Here
the Democrat Party, Jasmine Crockett. They're in big trouble.
But you have this woman, Crockett. She's a very low IQ person.
I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person. Crockett. Oh, man. She's a very low IQ person.
Somebody said the other day she's one of the leaders of the party. I said, you got to be kidding.
Now they're going to rely on Crockett. Crockett's going to bring them back.
Jeez.
Well, what do you think about that?
How about
She don't have a chance. There's just no way Texas would vote her in. She's a moron. She's just she's ridiculous. Period. You know.
I agree with you. I think she is ridiculous, but you don't think she's got a shot in Texas at all? Why do you think she's jumping and running like that now?
Well, because she lost her district. She got cut out, so she's got nowhere to go. So she thinks she's popular, and maybe in her district she is, apparently so. But to run for Senate, no, she doesn't have a chance. In the state of Texas, no way.
They changed her district to pretty much eliminated. They changed the lines where she doesn't live in her district anymore. She
Right.
lived in Texas Congressional District 30 with the redistricting that Texas did. They moved the lines a bit. She lives in the western portion of that district, and she no longer resides in Texas 30. She resides in what's Texas 33. And initially she said she was going to run for that office in Texas 33. It had been changed a bit. The previous representative was no longer in their jurisdiction or in their district, so would have to vacate the office, and she was going to run for that. At the last minute, I think what she did was she started counting numbers in the way that the district had been redistricted. There's no way that she would have a chance. But you know what? I don't think we can count her out. We've got Kamala Harris now. Sounds like Kamala Harris is for her. Here's what she said.
Oh boy.
Stars in our party. There are so many stars. And let's not be afraid of them. You just look at the range of what we have. So many. Jasmine Crockett, who I just talked to recently. I mean, we have so many stars. We have so many.
Yeah. Retard.
stars in our party. There's so many stars.
Yeah, she's seeing stars.
You don't agree with her? There's so many stars in the Democrat Party. There
No,
are stars. Gavin Newsom. You don't think that he could be in movies?
no, they're all retards. Every one of them. She's a moron. Kamala Harris. Well, she didn't draw. Trump got her by a landslide. She has no. Where does she think Jasmine Crockett's going to go? She's not going to go anywhere. They're done. They're done. They have nothing to sell. They have nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No chance. No chance at all.
Okay. What do you
I can't wait.
Space.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I hope she does run, and it'll be a landslide on her in Texas. There's just no way people in Texas are going to vote for her.
Well, I had a question. Is it Jasmine Crockett that's running, or is it her hair that's running too? Is it that hair hat that she wears all the time?
Well, I don't know what hair she wears all the time. It's different every time I see it. I don't think her hair lives in the district. I don't think it's I don't think her hair is qualified to live or to run for Senate.
I think the hair is actually driving the Jasmine doll. We've got Rob's hand up and just me.
Go ahead, Rob.
Jasmine Crockett to me is really kind of a confusing situation because she went to a private school. She's Ivy League educated, both, undergrad and masters. And if you look at any of her early videos, she's actually a very, very intelligent person. And why she switched and went to this like good ghetto kind of persona does not make any sense to me in any way, shape, or form. And I don't think it's helping her in any at all.
No, that's how she got the vote in that district, is she wanted to play that role of a ghetto chick, and she's nowhere near being a ghetto chick. So she just, fooled her constituencies to thinking that she's one of them, and she's not at all. She's a fake.
What do you guys think about what she's going to do for her? I mean, is the same persona going to work for her on a campaign on a statewide Senate race?
No way. If she would, she like he said, she is a very educated person, and I've heard her prior to her eyelashes and the hairdo. I think she's barking up the wrong tree doing that, and being radical. She's so radical, so out of it. But they're all out of it in the Democratic Party today. All of them. They're so far left. They're so far away from the.
Kamala said there are so many
stars.
So many stars in the Democratic Party. You can ignore all that.
Yeah, ignore every bit of it. Every bit of it. There's no stars in the Democratic Party. A lot of weirdos, left-wing radicals, but that's all. They stole the Democratic Party somehow. Somebody allowed the radicals to take over. It's terrible.
Now getting down these roads, let's go back to her. Now, she put this out on X, and it was anticipated all day. Yesterday was the deadline to file in Texas. And she puts out this video. Tell me what you think about her. She's got Donald Trump in the background talking about her being, not so smart.
Yeah.
She's using that as a flex. But let's watch this one more time and listen to it. Tell me, how professional do we think this video is?
What they have, their new star, Crockett. How about her? She's the new star of the Democrat Party, Jasmine Crockett. They're in big trouble.
But you have this woman, Crockett. She's a very low IQ person.
I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person. Crockett. Oh, man. She's a very low IQ person.
Somebody said the other day she's one of the leaders of the party. I said, you got to be kidding.
Now they're going to rely on Crockett. Crockett's going to bring them back.
I think they're doing this with a cell phone, to be quite frank with you. The camera moves a lot. And I'm a production guy, right? You know, I put together videos. I think a tripod would have been good in this instance. But I also want to back this up to where she starts out as a side profile, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, very noble.
Mm-hmm.
Watch when she turns. And I'm gonna say, as a camera guy, you should have two cameras.
Crockett,
you should have had one looking at her face forward and then move the camera and not move her body. But watch how she moves. I don't like this video. I don't think it's very good. I think it's as good as her Temu hair.
very low IQ person.
I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person. Crockett. Oh man, oh man.
And she tried to give it that throw wave. She tried to throw her hair back when she moved. I think this video failed.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about in the space? Anybody in the space liked the video? Thought it had some snap to it? Drew you to this candidate?
I think Just Me had her hand up, and I think she did like it.
I think Just Me liked it. Tell us why you liked it, Just Me.
Yep. Well, and
Believe all
Cody
women?
did too, apparently.
Absolutely not. I was actually kind of wondering, is this what we classify as a sub-Saharan?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So the conservative boys, they just did a thing and they were calling her a sub-Saharan. Is that right?
I think anyone that lives below the Sahara Desert is sub-Saharan.
Her eyelashes. I get a kick out of her eyelashes. You see those eyelashes like that on Volkswagen headlights.
Well, they do. They do look like bird feathers, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, hang on now. Is the VW Bug headlights to replicate eyelashes on a woman, or is a woman's eyelashes to replicate the headlights of a VW Bug? What are you saying there, Frank?
Well, you never seen a VW Bug where they put eyelashes on top of the headlights?
Yes.
You ever seen that? Yeah. That's what she reminds me of with the eyelashes.
Because her eyelashes are so large?
Yeah, they're fake. Yeah, sure.
Well, she's not the only woman wearing fake eyelashes out there these days, which I think is strange, by the way, but it's not uncommon.
No, not uncommon at the moment. Right. It's a thing right now. So it'll pass.
So she's keeping up with trends. I mean, back when you in the 70s, when you had the big collars like Elvis and your polyester suit, I mean, we don't laugh at you because you were just doing what everybody else did, right?
Yeah, no, we laughed at those people. we thought they were weird.
Don't lie. You're going to tell me that you did not have a polyester.
No, absolutely not. No,
man, I'm getting a lot of thumbs down in the space. I don't think you're selling this to anyone.
No, well, I don't care if shit if they believe me or not. No, I didn't have no polyester suits.
Right. What about this? What about the perm hair craze for men in the late 70s? You did that. Everybody did that, right? You did.
No, not everybody. Just a few. Not everybody. No shit. No.
If we went through all the shoe boxes of photos, we wouldn't find one in there.
Not one. No, not one. No.
Quick.
Nope. Not one.
No
fads come and go all through history. You have fads and some get into a small percent. It's always a small percentage, and then it disappears and they go on to another fad. You know, they're just fads.
I for whatever reason, I don't know why, but I kind of picture Frank dressed as John Travolta in Boogie Nights.
And that would be polyester. John, I think John Travolta,
that.
And not in Boogie Nights, man. And what was the movie John Travolta was in?
It was Saturday Night Fever. It was ridiculous.
Saturday Night Fever. That's what it was.
Yeah. No, Corey. No, Corey. Way off. No way. No.
I don't think anybody's buying what you're selling. Everybody's I see them in the space. They're checking their receipt. They didn't purchase any of that.
Yeah, well, that's okay. You can believe what you want to believe. You know, we all live in a different reality, don't we?
All right. Well, I'm making notes here. We're going to do an investigation. If you challenge,
all right, you do that.
Big collars and polyester in your history.
Yeah. No, that didn't happen. Never happened. Oop. Did you see me going down the road in a truck in a polyester suit?
Right. I can vision that. Yes, I can. 100%.
No, that wouldn't work.
With a cowboy hat with them big eagle feathers on the front of it.
No, that wouldn't happen. That never happened. No.
Singing
Like
along
Tom
to the song
Petty?
Convoy.
Yeah.
On the road again.
Yeah. No. I never got into fads. I've watched a bunch of them come and go, but I never got into it. You know, like I said, small percent. Kind of like today with the purple hair, green hair, and all that shit. Same thing.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to dye your hair, but I think you considered a perm. I think you did. Late 70s, everybody was doing it.
I didn't. No. Now, you know what, Joe? I didn't have any friends that did that. You know, I didn't. We didn't.
You didn't have any friends? You didn't have any friends that participated in that fact?
I didn't have any friends that participated in that kind of shit. No.
All right. I mean, we have to take your word for it now until an investigation ensues. But
yeah, well, go ahead. Investigate all you want.
You guys tune in to Frank and Joe show. I'll have updates for you in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, whatever.
Doc's got his hand up. Go ahead, Doc.
I just wanted to point out, a little bit of corroboration there. I was around back then. I was a biker. I recall Frank saying he was building a knucklehead in his basement for somebody. So that was a whole different culture. We didn't tolerate that shit.
No,
pretty ridiculous.
That's cute how you two backed each other.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's a fact. If you rode a motorcycle, you weren't into that shit.
Well, I'm just gonna say it was your generation that screwed everything up. You guys gave us polyester. You gave us the perm hair. This was your generation. You guys pushed it back like, oh no, nobody did that. Obviously, did that.
I didn't say it wasn't my generation. I know they were a bunch of fucking retards. You know that that's who they were. I can't apologize for them. That's what a good portion of them were. Not everybody. You know, every generation we're going to point out the weirdos, and it's always a small percentage. So that's just a part of it all. You know, you had the hippie phase, you had the disco phase, and it just goes on and on and on. So.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you stick to your words there. Let's get to one more hand before we move on with the next segment. Go ahead, Cody.
Cody.
Hey, Frank. Good to see you again. I just had a question for the hosts in here. What do you guys think about putting age limits on voting? I see people like Frank, and I don't think that it's fair that he got to vote in the last 40 elections, for the president. So just wanted to get you guys' thoughts on that.
So what are you trying to say? They should put an age limit on the seniors, or when we can vote,
Frank? No more make a vote choice.
Shit. Hey, if it wasn't for us boomers, you wouldn't be around, buddy.
Yeah, Cody, he's kind of got you there. What do you say about that? All right. Hey, folks, our friend, the Range Minded podcast, the vote goes on until the 15th. You can vote every day. And like a Democrat, you can vote multiple times. You need a couple of email addresses, watch a video. But it's thegundys.com, and I hope somebody will drop it in the pill for those in the space. Take a look at it. But let's listen to Range Minded podcast and see what that's all about.
Have you ever wondered to yourself, man, what time does the store close? Or where's the best cheeseburger near me? Well, I'm not going to answer those questions. That's what your damn phone is for. Use that. Instead, if you have stuff related, to the 2A world, I'm your man. My name's Steve. I run the Range Minded podcast. On the podcast, we talk about all things Second Amendment, whether it be new guns or gear. Maybe we talk about some training. We'll dig into Washington and the shenanigans they get up to. Sometimes we talk about the Supreme Court and the crap that they're doing. It's always a good time, a little smorgasbord of the 2A, if you don't mind me using that narrative. Either way, you can find us whether on YouTube or Rumble, Range Minded Podcast. I'm also on all sorts of streaming services, wherever you listen to your podcast, Range Minded Podcast. You can jump on the website, rangemindedpodcast.com. Maybe stop by, buy a patch and some other things there. You can link to the social medias and all that other stuff. Hope to see you there. It's always a good time. Anyways, you guys have fun, stay safe, and always stay range-minded. See you guys soon.
Yeah, folks, our friend Range Minded with Range Minded Podcast, support him wherever you see him. Show him a share, a follow, whatever platform you find his podcast on. He puts one out every week. Anything individual freedom and guncraft. The Range Minded Podcast covers it to the point he's been nominated for a Gundy this year as Podcast of the Year. The vote continues until the 15th. Go to Gundys.com. Find a Range-Minded Podcast under Podcast of the Year and vote. Here's a hint. If you'll vote for every one of the categories at the end, watch a video, they'll give you a chance to vote twice. Just like a Democrat, you can wage 2 votes every day between now and the 15th. But let's put a push out there and get our friend Range-Minded over the hump. Get him a Gundy for this year for Podcast of the Year. One of the hardest working content providers or creators that I know, without a doubt. But with that... there's a company called Pantone that evidently puts out a color of the year. Have you ever heard this, Frank? Color of the year? They put it out every year? No?
No, never heard of it.
Either. But this year, the color is white. Imagine what this has done to regular folks. There it is. 2026 Cloud Dancer, which is a variation of white. 2025 was Mocha Mousse. 2024 was Peach Fuzz. 2023 was Viva, I believe magenta, some sort of a red. What do you think about this? We'll read this post. This anyone who understands color psychology even a bit will know what a scary choice this is. 2026 is going to be extreme AF, highest of highest and lowest of lowest lows. Massive changes ahead. And yes, they use sorcery to pick colors. Try recalling the year with the mentioned color, you'll relate. What do you think about that, Frank? They use sorcery to pick these colors on an annual basis.
And do what with them? Who are they? I never heard of such a thing.
Pantone. They do something with colors.
What do they do with them? What can you do?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they do, Frank. I didn't do that research.
I never heard of such a thing. It's stupid. It's retarded. What? Pick a color. Who gives a fuck about that shit?
They picked a color this year, 2026 Cloud Dancer. It's white.
Yeah. Big fucking deal. Who cares?
You don't think they're trying to make this scary? I mean, obviously you don't understand anything on color psychology because it says even if you know a little bit, you would know this.
No, I don't know anything about color psychology. What does that have to do? I never heard of such a thing. They come up with more shit that just doesn't make any sense to normal people. Do you know what they're talking? What the point is? What's the point?
This lady knows what they're talking about. Let's listen to her.
All right.
You're not going to convince me that this was not an intentional move. There's no way that this was an oversight. Like someone did this on purpose. Pantone just released their color of the year for 2026, and it is severely lacking pigment. It's white. Not a good look. The optics of this, not good. Not good, Pantone. Is white even technically a color? In the year of the alligator Alcatraz and Sydney Sweeney and her good American Eagle jeans, is this really the way you want to go? Normally, it's a color, like a bold color. My favorite Pantone year, yes, I have a favorite Pantone year. It was 2016. They did rose quartz and serenity. So it was like a light pink and a light blue, and it looks like a sunset. They're really pretty. And I don't think any other year has come close to that year. But now this one, it's just, what are you doing? No, try again.
Yes.
So, it's racist, Frank.
Say that again.
What I got out of this is you're racist. Let's go to Corey.
I'm racist.
We're racist or not. Corey, Pantone picking Cloud Dancer, this variation of white with no lacking pigment, as this young lady said. This is racist, right? Are you guys y'all ready to protest in the streets? You upset about this?
Yes, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get science together and go out there and pick it a fucking color that we didn't even know that this was a thing until today. That
Yeah.
pick colors
Oh,
every year.
my God.
But
Well, last year was your year. It
interesting.
was Mocha Moose. See, I put that up on the screen. It's Mocha Moose, almost paper sack
And
tan.
nobody protested that. No, nobody.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard of. Color of the year.
But
Where did that come from?
I am interested in the one that says peach. That was an interesting color because that's something that reminds me of the color of peach. Just throwing it out there, just throwing it out there. That was interesting. But going back to the fact that they picked white for the color of the year, so what? Who cares?
Who gives a shit? Yeah, no kidding. What? Who? Oh man.
But there's a lot of people that
tell you, like who? I don't know anybody. If I call one of my friends and said, "Hey, John, you know what the color of the year is this year?" What? That's what they would say. What are you talking about? They'd think I was on drugs or something. What does that have to do with anything?
Well, when you refer them to the Pantone X account, introducing the Pantone Color of the Year 2026 Pantone 11-4201 Cloud Dancer, a neutral white that brings calm, clarity, and a creative breath in a noisy world. Discover the serenity of Cloud Dancer. That's what you would refer them to, Frank, and show them how intelligent you are, just like a liberal.
Yeah, they're liberal. They have nothing else to talk about. Now they're making up colors of the year. I didn't know that existed. I had no clue. And I'll bet you everybody I know has no clue about that. Has never even heard of it, Pantone.
You heard it here first, folks. Breaking news on the Frank and Joe Show. The color of the year is Cloud Dancer. It's white and it's racist.
How crazy is that? That is just fucking nuts.
Let's go to the space in there. Doc's got his hand up. Then I want to hear from Just Me. She's going to have a different take on this color of the year thing. Go ahead, Doc.
Well, just a little background for you if you're not familiar with Pantone. Pantone used to be an ink manufacturer for the litho trade, for printing presses.
Okay.
As things kind of translated into the digital world, they became sort of the go-to reference for color matching for printing and for graphics. But yeah, I'm with Frank on this one. It's pretty fucking ridiculous.
So they know color, right? If they say there's a color of the year, then you should get your attention.
And what are we supposed to do about that?
Paint your wall.
What are we supposed to do? Jump up and down? Oh boy, it's white this year. Let's just make everything white. Just stupid.
What did you say last year when it was mocha?
I didn't say shit last year because I didn't know it was mocha, and I don't give a shit about last year or the year before. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Who gives a shit?
Just Me, explain to him how color he doesn't understand. How did that guy say it? Let me go back up because I forget his terminology is extremely important.
Some kind of psychology
you
or
understand
something.
Color psychology even a little bit. I think is what he's trying to say. So we know Just Me understands color psychology. Break it down for us, Just Me.
Yeah, let's hear it, Just Me.
That's gay.
Yeah, that's gay. Yeah, that's a good explanation of it.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for there. Just Me. I thought you were going to square us away on some of this, but maybe not.
But it's a good answer. I liked her answer. It's gay. All of it is. Every bit of it.
It's gay.
It's gay.
It's pretty fucking gay.
But best explanation, that's a good explanation of it. It's gay. It's just gay. That's fruit.
Or we
in my day we said fruit.
Or we can use the words that Tim Walz hates. That's just retarded.
Yeah, it is. It's just silly. It doesn't make any sense. Color psychology. Oh, for Pete's sake.
Are you saying color psychology is not a thing?
I'm saying if it is a thing, it's for, I don't know who would fall in that category. I don't know, Joe. I mean, they just do shit. I don't know where this stuff comes from. Who thinks it up?
Joe, I can break down the color psychology thing, but not the Pantaloni thing. Like, I don't get that one. The color psychology is you wear a red tie and a black suit to like an interview, or a blue tie, and it makes you a power person. But I don't know about this Pantalones thing.
Huh. So I didn't even know about what you just said. You wear this or that.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're going to like interview for a job that's executive, you want to dress like that. They talk about that in business, but I couldn't understand why they're searching for these colors every year. Why?
I don't know. Maybe we should call them up and ask them. Say, what's all that about? You know,
Well, what's interesting is we haven't seen it before until it's white. Now, last year literally was mocha mousse. There was peach before that. This has gone back for many years. You never hear what the color of the year is until it's white.
Yeah, but I've never heard of any of it. I have no idea what it's about. None. I don't get it.
It's clearly racist. We've established that. We know that.
Well, how's it racist? Because they picked white.
Right. The same year we had what was the girl's name with the good jeans, and then the the lady explained it very well. I mean, that in everything.
Oh yeah.
With them picking white as the color of the year clearly is a signal that we're racist.
It's another liberal thing, another left-wing shit, bullshit, stupid fad of some kind. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this shit today. It's beyond me, brother. I don't get it. I don't get any of that shit.
I don't either. I thought I'd bring it up. I thought maybe you would have a different take with many years of experience. And I thought maybe even somebody in the space could explain it to me, because I didn't understand it myself. I don't see how it's racist.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at me, you may call me white, but I'm probably closer to peach. Maybe even mocha mousse is probably maybe closer to my color than it is necessarily white. But
oh God,
you'll have that.
They got to make something out of everything, don't they? Now they got colors of the year. I just was not aware of that, and I bet my wife's not aware of that either.
Well, you should inform her. That way, when she's out selecting her color choices for this year, she can maintain with the white supremacy and get the Cloud Dancer. It's white, and it's racist. Before we get to our last segment, folks, you know that we stand behind 3D Response here. I want to do a 3D Response promo, and then we'll get into our last segment. But 3D Response, folks, this is a quick video, gives you an idea of kind of what it is. Take the time, do yourself a favor, go to 3dresponse.com, do the research on there. He has a printable PDF that you can send to your representatives to get this into your kid's school. Every school needs to have this. When this is in every school, school shootings will no longer be a thing.
I see you entering, take a right. You're going to proceed down the long hall, all the way to the end. You're going to go till the end where you're intersect to the classrooms. Keep going, I see you moving forward. Subject is held up in classroom 203.
Law enforcement is on the way. Law enforcement is on the way.
Yeah, folks, a 3D response, it's a pretty complicated, it's not complicated, it just takes a minute to explain it, but it is a full response system for the horrible occasion a maniac goes into school and wants to take our children from us. It has preventive care, it has, if it happens in your school, type of care. The only thing I'm going to say is that go to your children's school and do a 360, keep your eyes open and do a complete circle, and know that when you get done with that, you saw nothing that will stop a bullet. Nothing protects our children if gunfire goes off in our schools. It's as rare as being struck by lightning, but yet your child's school has lightning rods on top of it right now. 3D response is what we need to do. We need to change our building code to incorporate that, just like we did with fires. Not a real complicated system or complicated theory, but go check out 3D response at the website. Print off that PDF, send it to your local representative, send it to your school board, and make them aware that this exists out there. But we do support 3D response here on the shows.
Right on.
With that, go ahead, Frank. You said right on.
Yeah, right on. 3D response, man. That's
it says right on would wear polyester and perm his hair. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying the investigation continues. Let me write that down.
Yeah, whatever.
So we talked about Walls a couple of times in here. He even has his own Franklin book.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more going on in Minnesota with the Somali population there. There's a couple of maybe like $1 billion or $3 billion worth of fraud. And they think a lot of that's gone overseas to like terrorist organizations or terrorist organizations akin to Al-Qaeda. You've heard about all this, Frank?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm just glad that we have an administration today that's getting into this stuff. So this has been going on for years, and nobody's bothered with it. But finally, somebody has. You know, it's kind of like the same thing with blowing up them damn boats. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. And now they're starting to bust illegals, Somalis or whatever. They're breaking the law. They're gonna ship their ass back to Somalia. That's all I can say.
Well, they're putting them in jail left and right now. It looks like the media is starting to turn a bit in connecting maybe some Democrat candidates to some of these high-profile defendants.
Mm-hmm. Omar, she's one of them. They got their eye on her.
Let's watch this video. Tell me what you think about this.
This morning, the Department of Homeland Security linking multiple Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota to an illegal Somali national arrested as part of the immigration crackdown there. Abdul Dahir Ibrahim entered the U.S. in 1995 after being deported from Canada, where he was charged with welfare and asylum fraud. He had been living in Minnesota despite an order by an immigration judge for his removal back in 2004 because of his extensive history of fraud charges. He was finally arrested by ICE agents last week. DHS did post these pictures online of Ibrahim with multiple Democrats they say have allowed him to keep living in the U.S. under sanctuary policies, including failed Minneapolis mayoral candidate Omar Fattah, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, and Governor Tim Walz. At the same time, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services is threatening to cut off funding to Minnesota over concerns of fraud in the state.
It's true. A Somali fraud ring in Minnesota stole over $1 billion from Medicaid. How did this happen? Well, Medicaid programs are run by the states, which in Minnesota means the Tim Walz administration. Governor Walz and the state's other Democrats rely on Somali votes to get elected, so they decided to look the other way because they were afraid of, quote-unquote, political backlash. Our message to Walz is clear. Either fix this in 60 days or start looking under your couch for spare change, because we are done footing the bill for your incompetence.
Governor Walz is also under investigation by the House Oversight Committee. Last week, Chair James Comer gave him a December 17th deadline to provide documents and records related to the investigation.
Good.
Well, things look like they may be heating up for Wally there. But
great news. Great news for the people of Minnesota. That is great news, boy. About time. And how many more like him? And sanctuary cities. That is. How did that happen? How did that happen? Do you know, Joe? How did that happen?
Starts with racism, Frank. That's why we have sanctuary cities. These people are migrating from the southern hemispheres because we have, through colonization, we have damaged them to the point where they can't live the same life that we live here. We've been able to live our life on the labors of others, essentially, and we built this great empire. We have to let them in, and we can't kick them out when they get here. I don't understand where you're going with that, Frank.
Yeah, well, look at the amount of crime that's being uncovered by these people. and I think they have the
What
highest
would it tell you
rate.
that they commit crimes at a per capita? They're less likely to commit a crime than an American citizen.
Well, that's what they're saying, but look what's happening. We got, what was it, $3 billion, something of that nature, that they're sending to terrorist groups that are enemies of the United States. So
Also, family members, don't ignore that. They're family members of these poor people who are here for a better life.
yeah, they didn't. Yeah, they came here to mooch, is what they came here to do. That's don't they have like the highest rate of welfare and all those other benefits than any other state? I thought I read.
That's why they came here, Frank. They're poor.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people came here that were poor from all over Europe, and they became productive citizens of this country. All the Europeans that came here and Asians, but not these people. These people have not assimilated to our lifestyle. And
So real quick before we get into space, though, what do you think this is going to do? Could this damage the Democrat Party? And not just in Minnesota, but in every Democrat-held city or state, we see these same types of programs to where it's. I won't say it's a massive handout, but well, maybe it's not intended to be a massive handout, but it turns out to be exactly that, a massive handout. Right. Do you think that the people in Minnesota, the people maybe in California, Colorado, New York, some of these other places, do you think the citizens are going to wake up and see that this is maybe not the direction they want to go?
Boy, I'll tell you, when you talk about some of those blue states like that, California, New York, hey, they just put which is no surprise to anybody. It shouldn't be a surprise. They just put a socialist or a communist, I don't know which he is, as the mayor of New York City. So I don't know how those people's their minds work. I just don't know what planet they're on. I don't know how they think.
I'm not talking about they necessarily. I'm just saying reasonable people. Do you think reasonable people will wake up and start looking at their local government differently?
I don't know. Reasonable are there reasonable people? We just saw what they voted in. Some guy telling them how he's going to give them free this, free that, and I don't know if there are reasonable people in those states, Joe. I just don't know if there are. I mean, all you have to do is look at their voting record and the state itself. And sure, there's good people in California, but they're totally outnumbered. And sure, there's good people in New York and all those states, but they're outnumbered. Period. That's all there is to it. They interviewed people in New York City on the street, and they were all for all this free stuff. So, who are they looking for
Frank,
free stuff?
We're going to have to take this discussion into the space, folks. We'll go. Sure. Frank and I will join Corey in the space. We'll continue the conversation, but that's about the end of our live stream. Before we go, I want to remind everyone that our grand jury show goes on every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be on again this Friday. If you haven't caught the grand jury, we encourage you to do so. But here's a little clip for that.
Incarcerated individuals' use of institutional telephones constitutes consent, and your calls may be provided to law enforcement agencies. Thank you for using Securus.
All right, Frank, it's time to tell the folks goodbye. Say goodbye, Frank.
Okay, goodbye, Frank. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Next week, we'll be back at next Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. and catch us in the space. Give us a few minutes, get a fresh drink, and Frank refreshed his cup of coffee because he just got up 15 minutes before the show started. And we'll join you for a conversation in the space.
Okay. See you all in a minute.
Hey there, folks, come gather around. It's time for the Frank and Joe Show. Frank's the sage with silver in his hair, sometimes grumpy as a bear. Joe's the guy who's quick to crack a joke. He'll roast you till the laughter's woke. One's got the wisdom, one's a jackass. So grab a seat and settle in. The roasting is just about to begin. Pull up a chair, grab a root beer float. It's a Frank and Joe show. They'll make you laugh, they'll make you cheer. The best good fun you'll hear all year. Frank tells tales of 1852, while Joe spins jokes both old and new. One's got the past, one's got the gleam. Together they're a golden team. So grab a seat and settle in. The fun is just about to begin. It's time for the Frank and Joe